I never thought a simple joke would flip my world upside down.
Honestly, if you told me a few months ago that I'd be sitting here, soft-spoken, smooth-skinned, hair tied back in a silky ponytail, wearing a pastel sweater and leggings while sipping iced vanilla coffee like it was second nature, I would have laughed.
Hard. But here I am.
And I swear, nothing in my life has ever felt more confusing, terrifying, or strangely right. This all began with my wife, Mia. She's smart, sarcastic, annoyingly observant, and somehow always one step ahead of me emotionally.
We were watching TV that night.
A reality show where guys had to walk a runway in drag. It was funny, dramatic, chaotic, everything reality TV lives for.
I laughed.
Maybe a little too much. You know, Mia smirked, nudging me. You'd actually look cute if you tried.
I turned to her.
Cute?
Me? She raised a brow. Yeah.
Baby face, no body hair, smaller frame, pouty lips, you'd pull it off.
My ego jumped out of its seat.
Okay, let's not get carried away. I'm 100% masculine. Her smile sharpened like a cat spotting a mouse.
Oh? Are you?
That tone should have warned me. But I was too busy defending my man honor to notice the trap.
Prove it, she teased. I puffed my chest.
Prove what? Wear my clothes for 1 month. If you can do it and still feel like the same manly man you claim to be, I'll admit defeat.
I laughed again, nervous this time.
You're serious? So serious. She crossed her arms. The full experience, outfits, grooming, posture lessons, voice practice, everything.
I blinked. That sounded extreme. And if I say no? She shrugged innocently.
Then maybe deep down, you know your masculinity is fragile.
Oh, she played dirty. And I walked right into it. Fine. I'll do it.
1 month.
And then you'll see. She didn't react how I expected. No triumphant grin, no giggling. Instead she just whispered. Good.
I think you might need this more than you realize.
I didn't understand then. But I would.
I woke up to a bright Saturday morning and a neatly laid out outfit on my side of the bed.
Not a costume. Not something outrageous.
Just clothes. A soft lilac knit sweater.
High-waisted light-wash jeans. A bra and underwear set. And a wig. I stared at it like it was a bomb about to explode.
Mia stood at the door, arms crossed, completely unfazed. Clock's ticking. Let's begin. What, right now?
Yes, right now.
Clothes off.
Shower.
Hair removal cream is already in the bathroom. My heart kicked my ribs like it was trying to escape. You want me to shave?
Not shave, she corrected sweetly. Remove. Everything. I swallowed.
This was already more intense than I thought, but I had pride, stubborn pride, pushing me forward.
Fine. Game on. In the shower, I applied the cream.
A tingling warmth spread across my skin, and 10 minutes later, I rinsed.
And stared. My skin looked different. Soft. Smooth. Almost unreal. A part of me thought, hey, that's actually nice. And that thought alone terrified me. I dried off, dressed layer by layer. The bra felt weird at first, snug, foreign. The panties were soft, delicate. The sweater hugged my body in a way no shirt ever had, like it was complimenting me silently. The jeans fit surprisingly perfectly, shaping me, smoothing me. Finally, the wig. Chestnut brown waves framing my face. When I looked in the mirror, my breath froze. It wasn't a man in women's clothes staring back. It was someone softer. Like my face had always had this gentleness hiding under the surface, waiting for the chance to be seen. And I wasn't sure how I felt about that. Mia walked in and froze mid-step. Her hand covered her mouth. Oh my God. Bad. I whispered. She shook her head slowly. No. Too good. Way too good. Her voice was quiet, almost awed. And something fluttered in my stomach that shouldn't have. I don't look like me, I murmured. You look like you, she said gently. Just a different part of you. I stared in silence. Uneasy. Curious. And a little afraid of what I saw. That first week was chaos, emotional chaos. I didn't go outside yet, but inside the walls of my own home, everything felt unfamiliar. The clothes. The skincare routine Mia forced on me. The way she corrected my posture,
my voice, my walk.
Relax your shoulders. Loosen your arms. Softer steps.
Less stump, more glide. Don't lean forward when you talk. Chin up, confidence is elegant. No heavy voice. Speak from higher in the chest, not deep in your stomach.
It was overwhelming, annoying, and strangely addictive.
Because every time I thought I'd crumble, she'd whisper things like, "You're doing great. Trust the process. You don't have to fight softness."
And slowly, I realized I didn't hate it. I hated that I didn't hate it. But outside,
I avoided mirrors, avoided windows,
avoided myself.
Every now and then, I'd catch my reflection, soft sweater clinging to my body, smooth legs crossing almost instinctively, and my heart would somersault into panic.
Who am I becoming?
One night, it got too much. I stood in the bathroom staring at my face, the gentle jawline, the subtle gloss Mia insisted I wear, the lashes she curled for me.
I looked like someone who belonged in this aesthetic, and it scared me.
Mia entered quietly, no jokes this time. "You okay?"
I shook my head.
"I feel like I'm losing myself." She stepped closer. "Maybe you're finding a version of yourself you never explored."
Her hand brushed my cheek. Not seductive. Tender. "I didn't do this to humiliate you," she whispered.
"I wanted you to see that softness isn't weakness."
My throat tightened. "I don't feel weak," I whispered back.
"I feel exposed."
She smiled.
"That's what growth feels like."
And I hated that she was right. The third week hit differently. Something subtle was shifting inside me, something I couldn't admit out loud yet. But my body, my emotions, my habits, they were changing faster than I could rationalize. And the strangest part? It wasn't Mia pushing anymore. It was me.
That's when I started exploring, quietly, secretly, when she wasn't looking. One afternoon she left for errands, and I found myself just wandering into her vanity room. The scent of perfume lingered in the air, warm vanilla, roses, something gentle and elegant.
I sat down. Just Saturday.
Staring at the brushes, lip glosses, palettes. I shouldn't. I absolutely shouldn't.
But my hand had a mind of its own.
It picked up a soft pink lip gloss, the one she'd used on me once just for practice. And before I could overthink it,
swipe. Glossy pink lips stared back at me from the mirror. Shiny, soft, inviting attention.
My breath hitched. A warmth spread through my chest, not embarrassment.
Not fear. Something else. Curiosity. Comfort.
A strange belonging. "What are you doing?"
I whispered to myself. But I already knew. I reached for mascara. My hand trembled. 2 light coats.
Lashes lifted, eyes suddenly expressive, vulnerable, open. Then a bit of blush, soft, rosy warmth blooming across my cheeks like a shy confession.
I stared.
And the person looking back wasn't just me in women's clothes.
It was someone I didn't know. Someone I didn't realize had been quietly waiting.
Maybe she was a part of me all along. Quiet, ignored, tucked away behind jokes and ego and what men should be. I wasn't ready to accept her.
But I couldn't deny she existed anymore. The door clicked. I jumped to my feet like I'd been caught doing something forbidden. Too late. Mia froze in the doorway.
Her eyes widened, not in shock, but in soft, emotional surprise. "You did this by yourself?"
I swallowed hard. My voice came out like a nervous whisper.
"I just wanted to see."
She didn't tease. Didn't smirk. She walked slowly toward me like approaching a fragile truth. "Sit," she whispered. I did.
She reached out gently, fixing a strand of hair behind the wig's ear, brushing a thumb across my cheek. "You look beautiful."
My heart stumbled. No sarcasm. No challenge. Just sincerity. I didn't know whether to cry or smile. Instead I whispered, "Don't say that." "Why not?"
"Because
I don't want to like hearing it."
Her expression softened, eyes deep, understanding. "You're afraid liking softness makes you lose something."
I didn't respond. She cupped my chin lightly.
"Being vulnerable doesn't erase who you are. It expands you." The word expand felt dangerous, like stepping into a room I had always kept locked. So instead I whispered the only truth I could grasp. "I don't know who I am right now." She smiled faintly. "Good. That means you're finally discovering it."
It wasn't my idea. Technically,
We were driving home one evening, and Mia announced it casually, too casually.
tomorrow, we're going out. Like, out. My stomach dropped. Out? Where?
Brunch.
Coffee. A walk.
Normal stuff.
I'm not ready.
You will never feel ready, she replied calmly. That's why it has to happen. I slept terribly that night.
Tossing. Turning.
Wondering how the world would see me.
Mock me? Laugh? Stare?
I imagined people whispering.
Is that a guy? What's wrong with them? Freak. But morning arrived anyway.
A soft cream sweater dress.
Sheer tights. Ankle boots. Tousled soft curls. Natural makeup. I looked clean. Soft. Almost quietly feminine. But my heart raced like I was about to jump off a building. We stepped outside. Cold air. Birds chirping. My legs felt like jelly. Every footstep sounded loud. Every passing car felt like a spotlight. But nobody stared.
Nobody whispered. A barista smiled at us. What can I get you to?
Two.
As in, us, as if we blended. I ordered softly, careful with my voice, trying to keep it steady.
We sat by the window. My hands shook around the coffee cup.
You're doing incredible, Mia whispered. No one's looking, I murmured. No one ever looks as hard as we fear. That sentence hit me like warm sunlight breaking through clouds.
Breathing got easier. My shoulders dropped. For a moment, just one, I felt normal. Not disguised.
Not playing a role.
Just existing. And then it happened.
A stranger walked past our table, smiled at me, and said, "Cute sweater."
My breath vanished. Not mockery.
Not suspicion.
Just a compliment. I should have panicked.
But instead, warmth spread through my chest, gentle like a quiet sunrise. "Thank you," I whispered back, voice small, but sincere. My fingers touched the soft fabric without thinking. And that was the first time I didn't feel like I was pretending. That night, sitting on the bed removing my wig, I stared at my reflection again, this time seeing both versions of me overlapping. Not one replacing the other, but coexisting.
I whispered to my reflection. Who am I now? And for the first time, the answer wasn't fear. It was curiosity. Soft. Patient. Real.
Mia came behind me, resting her chin on my shoulder, arms draped loosely around me.
You don't have to rush the answer, she murmured.
What if I never figure it out?
You will, she whispered.
Because you're finally listening to yourself.
I swallowed hard.
I feel like I'm changing.
You are.
That scares me. Change always does.
Silence. Heavy, intimate silence. Then she added, but you don't have to be one thing. Strong and soft. Masculine and feminine. You get to choose.
Or mix. I looked at her in the reflection. Her eyes were warm,
steady, grounding. And for the first time since this started, I didn't feel trapped.
I felt like a door had opened, slowly, quietly, inviting me to explore instead of fear. The next week should have felt easier.
I went out once. I survived. I should have felt proud. But instead, a storm brewed inside me. Every mirror became a battlefield.
Some nights I wiped away makeup with shaky hands, trying to reclaim the face I always knew. Other nights,
I lingered, tracing softer lips, touching smooth cheeks, wondering if maybe, just maybe, I wasn't losing myself.
Maybe I was uncovering something I'd buried without even knowing. But confusion has a way of creeping up quietly, then exploding all at once.
And it did. At the worst possible moment.
It happened when Mia's best friend, Harper, visited unexpectedly. We had just gotten home from grocery shopping, me still dressed from a practice day, casual sweater, fitted jeans, hair tied back neat and soft, subtle lip tint still on.
I thought we had hours alone. Wrong. The doorbell rang and Mia's eyes widened. Oh no.
She wasn't supposed to come today. Before I could panic, the door swung open.
Harper gasped.
Her eyes traveled from my soft hair tie to the gloss on my lips, to the way my sweater hugged my newly subtle form.
Oh.
Silence punched the air.
My throat closed. My palms sweated. I felt like a secret exposed under a spotlight. Mia stepped forward quickly. It's a challenge. A personal growth thing. He agreed.
It's temporary.
But Harper wasn't judging. She wasn't laughing.
Her eyes softened, painfully gentle, like she was seeing straight through me. You look really comfortable.
That word shattered me.
Comfortable?
I wasn't supposed to be comfortable. This was supposed to be a challenge. A dare.
A month-long ego test.
I wasn't supposed to enjoy any of it. I ripped the hair tie out. My voice cracked. Don't say that.
Harper stepped back, surprised.
Mia reached out.
Hey, breathe.
No. My chest tightened. I'm not this. I don't want to be this.
My voice wavered, too sharp, too vulnerable.
I'm a man. I always have been.
I'm just doing your stupid challenge and somehow everyone thinks I fit this. Like this is who I am.
My breathing turned ragged.
Tears threatened.
Shame burned my skin. Harper didn't move.
She just whispered, steady and kind.
No one's saying you're not a man.
People can explore softness and still be themselves.
Her voice was calm, grounding. No one here is trying to define you. We're watching you discover yourself. There's nothing weak about that. And I broke.
Not in humiliation. In relief, and fear, and grief for the version of me that never got permission to explore gentleness until now.
I sank onto the couch, face in my hands.
Mia kneeled in front of me quietly, her voice a soft whisper. Tell me what hurts.
I choked back words.
I don't know who I am. Okay, she whispered, brushing hair from my forehead.
Then we find out, slowly, gently.
Together.
That night we didn't talk in labels or rules.
We didn't say masculine or feminine.
We didn't debate identity. We talked about comfort, freedom, expression. I admitted things I never let myself feel before. I like some parts. Not all. But some make me feel seen.
Like a calmer version of myself.
Mia smiled softly. That's not weakness.
That's authenticity. And what if this changes everything? She kissed my forehead, tender, reassuring.
Then we let it.
Growth is not failure. I breathed slowly, and for the first time, it didn't feel like drowning. On the last weekend of the challenge, Mia didn't pick clothes for me.
She laid 2 outfits on the bed.
One old me, jeans, hoodie, sneakers. One soft me, calm, neutral knit sweater, fitted pants, subtle cardigan.
No wig. Just me, however I chose. She kissed my cheek.
This time, pick for you. No expectations.
I stared at the clothes.
My chest felt heavy, like choosing meant betraying something.
But then a quiet truth settled in. I could hold both parts of me.
I didn't have to erase one to honor the other.
So I mixed them. Soft sweater. Clean joggers.
Comfortable shoes.
Natural hair. Clear skin. A tiny bit of lip balm. Balanced.
Not one or the other, both.
Mia's eyes warmed when she saw.
That, she whispered, is you. We walked outside, not as a disguise, not as a dare. Just as me. A stranger smiled at us, noticing my soft sweater. My calm presence. And I smiled back, comfortable, grounded. Not hiding. Not pretending. Existing. That night, sitting with warm tea, I finally understood. I didn't want to be someone else. I didn't want to choose a side. I just wanted permission to be soft without losing myself. To be strong without being rigid. To breathe without armor. To be whole. I looked at Mia, voice steady. I'm still me. Still a man. But I like some softness. I don't want to run from it anymore. She touched my hand, eyes glistening. I never wanted to change you. I wanted you to meet yourself. And finally, I had. So here I am now. Not dressed as a woman. Not performing masculinity. Just me. A man who learned clothes are not gender. Softness is not surrender. Vulnerability is not defeat. Strength and gentleness can live in the same heart. Identity doesn't have to be loud to be real. And if you take anything from my story, let it be this. You don't have to choose between versions of yourself. You can be both. You can be more. You are allowed to evolve, without apology. Because becoming yourself isn't losing who you were. It's honoring everything you are capable of being. And that is the bravest transformation of all.